Going on, everybody? Rob here, aka Trav2323, TRAV2323. I'm just gonna do a little video on my koi tank, actually my wife's koi tank here. This is a 125. Actually, I have to fill it up with water, but this right here only has the filter on. This is an under gravel filter. This is when I get up close how big the koi are. That's an Oranda right there. Another koi, that's a butterfly koi right there. A big butterfly koi. And then there's the biggest koi right there. This isn't a 125. The thing's huge, right? But I gotta put some water in it. I built the stand myself out of wood. That actually is about maybe $30 or $40 worth of wood that I put the stand on to make it big enough for this. But I do have an under gravel filter. And you see there's algae growth on it. That's from the LED light that I have right here. It was on clearance for $19. It's 30-watt light and it goes on for like 8 hours a day. I do have a Marineland 350 on it. Okay. But you see the algae growth on the Marineland right there, right? But I really don't mind because, let me make sure it's still ticking because the light is not showing on the back. Okay, I don't mind because the water's clear. I mean, that's real live algae growth right there on that piece of wood right there. This is really live algae growth right here. And then you say, well, Rob, why don't you get a Plecostomus? There's 2 Plecostomuses in here. They're hiding inside of here. The Plecostomus are actually hiding inside of there where you cannot see them. But there's 2 Plecostomuses in there. But my wife feeds them so good they don't need the algae off of this. Okay, so let me show you this. So this is what I actually came to work on right now. This right here is a power head on the under gravel filter, and the power head actually gets so backed up with everything you see right here that I have to get it all cleared off in order for it to start spewing water out again. So even though with the under gravel filter is right there, this power head gets all stuck with stuff and then it doesn't start blowing out air. Now this is the little air controller right here. So let me see if I get some air. There you go. And that's what I like right there, that little power head. Now this is a cheapy power head for 20 bucks. But you see how clear the tank is and how clean the tank is. So this little thing, it just swims all around, but that's just a 125 right there. And that's how big the koi, man, that koi is huge. Okay, this is the, I gotta clean the glass on this one. There's 2 pea pod puffers in here somewhere. My wife feeds them. No idea where they're at. Oh, all the way in the back, underneath these are pea pod puffer. And look, dun-dum, dun-dum. That's my squishy. He's in a 125 gallon tank. Little squishy. This is the one that I was going to shut down and get rid of him. Nobody wants him. Fits in the size of a pan if you want him. I want to get a red tail catfish. I know I'm not going to, but I want to. These are the tilapia. The light never goes on in this tank. It always stays off. But these things are chicken, like really chicken. That's 1 male and 2 female try and have babies, but none of the babies actually hatched at all. So I'm just leaving that tank. It's kind of like a set it and forget it tank. Then I got the 55 on the other side. I just wanted to catch you up. Now this is an under gravel filter also, but this under gravel just has 1 up tube right here, 1 up tube, and all those plates are connected underneath. All of them are connected to this 1 up tube, but there is a lot of air in there in the back. And this right here has another Marineland back here. These are 350s, I think. Okay, but let me tell you this. I do like those 350s better than, this is a Sun underneath there. I really do prefer the 350s. If you want quiet, the Sun back underneath there is a lot more quieter than the 350s. But I prefer the stirring up of the water, like all the stirring up of the water. It does make more noise, but it creates more oxygen in the water. So either way, I wanted to catch you up on the tank, do a little throw this up. I still do have the tanks, the crayfish tank is shut off right now. I'm all the way over here at the crayfish tank. I could turn it on. It needs to be cleaned also. You can't even see through it. There's so much stuff in there. See a little crayfish? Little mosquito fish, the crayfish. But this one, if you leave the LED lights on this one, that's, look at, see, they're eating, that's a crayfish right there eating celery. Look at all the crayfish on the celery. There's crayfish on the celery, eating the celery. My wife threw a celery stalk in there, and there's crayfish all over the celery stalk eating it. It's pretty cool. But either way, let me get going. I'll get to this tank and clean this one, but I wanted to catch you up. And Destiny, I know you said about your koi that you have. So this is the koi in a 125, and there's 4 koi and 1 Aranda, and then there's 2 they're actually pretty big. I'm surprised I can't see them. They're 2 big Plecostomus. Oh, for you Plecostomus people, there's no heater in this tank at all, and these Plecostomus are living fine. There's 2 big Plecostomus in here. This is the 72-gallon tank though right here. So that one we were thinking about turning into salt water at some point, but it didn't happen. But that's a 72-gallon tank right there. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.